What's crack, it's VangelinaSkov, and my shirt is very wrinkled, but let's just move on with our lives because I obviously just did not iron it. That's the video. No, but today we're going to be talking mostly about James Charles and some of the allegations around him, and I also want to talk about Tana Mongeau, Erica Costell, and some of the Hype House people. And fair warning, I'm just going to say it now, I don't know what Hype House is. I've heard it referred to so many times, people keep talking about it, but like, what is it? Are they like a club? Is it a managing thing? Are they, what? I don't understand. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. And I should have Googled it, but I didn't. Cool. But we're going to talk about that a little bit later. I do want to talk about James first because there are some very, very serious allegations being made about him at the moment. And considering some of the things that have been said about him in the past, this could be disastrous. But before we get into all of that, please subscribe and click the bell button to get notifications when I upload. And you can also check out the memberships with the little join button right beside the subscribe button. See how easy they make it for you? They're just like right in the same place. You can do both at once. So let me give you a quick reminder of some of the things that have been said about James in the past, specifically in the past year or so, that make what I'm about to tell you even worse. So last year, after Tati's Bi Sister video where she denounced James, said they weren't friends anymore, people were accusing him of harassing straight guys and being a word that I cannot say on YouTube because it just gets instantly demonetized, but being a not very great person. Now after that, James seemed to prove that all of these allegations were not true. He was not what everybody said that he was. He showed receipts, other people came out with their stories, and it seemed like he had cleared his name. But very recently, somebody by the name of Ethan Andrew put out a video talking about James. If you don't know who he is, he's a TikToker. Is that a profession, a title, a name? He does TikTok. He does the TikTok things. I also do TikTok. Follow me there. So I'm not going to put it on the screen. It'll be in the description, maybe, if I remember. Moving on from me. Yes, Ethan put out a video about James and his communication with him. And apparently he and James had been texting each other for a while. And according to Ethan, James had been trying to convince him to come visit him in LA. He'd been trying to convince him that he was bisexual and had also sent him nudes. Now this is problematic for more than just the obvious reasons. Because Ethan is 14. And according to Ethan, he straight out told James that he was 14, but James sent explicit pictures anyway and continued to harass him. Now, although he did show receipts of their conversations together, there was nowhere where it was mentioned that he did tell him that he was 14. And in that initial video, he claims that this was because they said it over FaceTime. Now, one YouTuber, Dustin Daly, claims to have spoken with James, and James claims that Ethan said that he was 18. But there are also no screenshots or receipts to show that conversation either. Now, after all of this, Ethan spoke out again, and this time he says that he never told James outright that he was 14, but he claims that it should have been obvious because first of all, he looks underage, and secondly, he does have a TikTok following, and if you search him online, his famous birthdays comes up, which says that he's 15, although he does claim that the famous birthdays is off by a year, and it says he's 15, but he's 14.
I don't have the receipts. At the time, I wasn't thinking this would happen. I started feeling uncomfortable, and I thought I would have to come out to the public, talking about this whole situation, because there might be kids out there my age that this has happened to and they want to get it out but they're too afraid. What makes you think that this one is not true? Okay, what makes you think that he wasn't talking to a 14-year-old boy? Huh? Oh, there's no receipt saying I'm 14 years old. My age is on the internet. I am a public figure. I have 300,000 followers on TikTok. I have a fan base. I have people that care about me. He knew my TikTok.
And on just a little side note, when I checked his famous birthdays, it said that he was born in 2004, and I went grey. My hair is now grey, I have a walker, and I am ancient. I also refuse to believe that anybody was born after 2000. So if you were born after 2000, congratulations, you don't exist. There's your little bit of existential crisis for the day. But moving on from that, we still don't have any confirmation as to whether Ethan told him or didn't tell him, if James knew. But the question does have to be asked why James was not more careful, considering who he is. People are out for his blood. they will take any wrong move and run away with it entirely. And if you're in a situation like that, you really, really need to be so cautious. And with him especially, people really, really want to attack him for anything that they can. So for argument's sake, let's say that Ethan did say that he was 18. Maybe James shouldn't have taken that at face value. Maybe he should have taken the second to Google him and see his birthday online. But for all we know, maybe he did that. There's no way of knowing until some more concrete evidence comes out. I will be keeping an eye on this anyway, but it is worth noting that Ethan also claims that he is getting a legal team and investigators involved with this. Now, I don't know if that's true. He might be, he might not be, but we'll see where it goes. Now let's move on to something I want to touch on very briefly, which is influencers in LA. They're stupid and entitled and brats. Can I say that any nicer? Before I move on, if it wasn't clear already, most of what I'm about to say now is just my opinion, and I just want to rant a little bit. So we cool? Cool. Everybody's on the same page now. So I always try to give these really famous influencers like Tana Mongeau or Jake Paul or whoever, I try to give them the benefit of the doubt. And I always say, no, they're not actually stupid. They're just doing this for views or clickbait, or maybe they're actually a good person or they just made a mistake. All of this, I make excuses for them. But I think they might actually be stupid. Because Tana Mongeau, Jake Paul, Erica Costell, some other people, a lot of people, all decided to go to a series of house parties. And we all know the state that the world is in right now, right? I don't have to say it, because demonetization. Why would you do that? It just seems ridiculously dumb. Now, allegedly, a lot of the people who have been going to these house parties have now already tested positive for the big bads. So, you would think in that situation, they would, whether they mean it or not, come out, make a video, and at least pretend to be responsible and say, hey, I did a bad thing. You shouldn't do the bad thing, learn from my mistakes, But they haven't done that. They haven't even pretended to care. And they have huge platforms. And a lot of their audience is made up of younger people who are much more easily influenced by what the people that they look up to do. So if their favorite creators are all out at house parties, why can't they go out and see their friends and cough on each other? And it's not even just house parties. Everybody's acting all normal again. YouTubers are doing collaborations again. James Charles, we're back on him, did a video with the two D'Amelio. Those two TikTok girls who look the same because they're sisters, but I really cannot tell which one is which. I don't know if they're twins. I'm really aging myself in this video. But yeah, he just filmed a collab with them where they're beside each other. We're not supposed to do that yet. I know there's no legal restrictions in place yet, but things are still bad. And in America in particular, it's very bad. So if they could all just be a little bit less dim, maybe the world would be a better place. But dumb people get more views, so I don't know what the point of this rant was. Again, for clarification, all of what I just said about that is just my opinions and me ranting. Okay? Good. Anyway, do let me know what you think about all of this, what you think about the James Charles situation, and what you think about all these influencers going to house parties. Is it a good idea? No. The answer is no. But tell me what you think anyway. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it from me for now. So as I said at the start of the video, please subscribe and click the bell button to get notifications when I upload, and check out the memberships. You can also follow me on social media. Like, comment, share, do all the things that I'm supposed to ask you to do at the end of a video, and have a wonderful day. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.